Burks, RE/MAX Professionals, the Burks team. Thanks for joining me for our video blog today. We have so many people that are saying, I want to get into real estate. I want to invest in real estate, want to have rental properties. And that is great. We'd love to help you do just that. But a lot of times they say, what do I look for in a rental property? And how do I design it? Those are great questions, and we have answers for you today. Matter of fact, we have Cheryl Petterson here with Twin City Properties. She's the Chief Design Officer at that company, and she has some great answers for you. So, Cheryl, tell us about all the properties that you have helped design.
Well, I think first you have to go out into the neighborhood. When you're choosing a property, for starters, make sure you understand the neighborhood, look at where you're purchasing, look at, basically all the neighbors, because the thing that'll shoot you in the foot is your neighbor more than the property that you're actually buying. Pay attention to that first. Then when you find a property that you think is a little bit undervalued, then that's probably the one that you'll want. So when you take a look at the inside of this, it will probably be underwhelming, because it probably is not going to have, great flooring. It's probably going to have old paint.
Probably wallpaper too.
Probably plenty of wallpaper, and you'll have, it probably needs kitchen updates, bathroom updates, that sort of thing, but don't pay attention to necessarily all of that superficial stuff. Look at the bones. Look to see, pay attention, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, is the kitchen, is it small, but maybe could you open it up? Everybody's looking for that open floor plan now. So if it can be opened up in a way that would make it more desirable, that's something people really look for now. And you're probably going to see bugs.
Yes.
Look past all of that. Really just put your blinders on and go in and try to see the potential instead of what's right there in front of you.
So make sure that house has some good bones on it.
Bones.
Bones are important. Well, you have to think about budget, because you are in the business to make money.
Exactly.
You're not doing it just for fun.
Exactly.
And so do you have a formula or the way that you look at the property and say, okay, this is what we need to do?
I do. I tend to basically look at what's there. If you do the comps, you understand what the property could rent for at the high end. Don't get too crazy, because, leave yourself some wiggle room. And then, so whatever you think it could rent for now, and it's condition that's not very good, maybe it's rented at the moment, and you think if you fix it up and the neighborhood supports it, you could bring that rent up a few $100s a month if it were nice. Then what I try to do is, for every $10,000 of investment, I need another $100 in rent to have that make sense.
Okay.
So if it needs $30,000 to fix it up, I need an additional $300 in rent, because your kitchen is going to be very expensive, the bathroom's going to be very expensive, and then you have, of course, the paint and the carpet.
So that's some great ideas to look at that formula that you have, but also, are there some just basic necessary improvements that you look for that need to be done to make it rentable? A rental property, that with your requirements.
I mean, you obviously have to look at the things that don't show. The electrical, the plumbing, that sort of stuff. And you many times run into issues there that you weren't counting on. So make sure you have some wiggle room in your budget, because undoubtedly there's going to be something hidden that pops up when you get in there and you start to fix this new place up that you just purchased.
Unexpected.
And it's completely unexpected. So make sure that you're not, planning every single penny of what you have for that renovation. And quite honestly, in rental property, people don't treat rental property the way they would treat something that they own themselves. And we're finding that for the average sort of middle income type of property, we're now using the new vinyl flooring that is amazing, and it can handle water, and it looks like wood, and because you're always going to have water problems. You're going to have the sink that leaks, you're going to have the water heater that leaks, you'll have something happen, or you'll have people, if you let people bring pets, if you're pet friendly, you're going to have pet urine. You want to be able to clean that pet urine up. If it's wood, or if it's a wood laminate, that absorbs. and it's very hard to get out. And you're going to be taking it out of their deposit, and sometimes their deposit doesn't even cover it. So that means you'll be chasing people for money on the flip side of that when you turn the property for the, once that person moves out. So that's something you need to be careful of, and start to look at what's bulletproof in
so
whatever your renovation is.
So your necessary improvements, you're talking flooring.
Oh yeah, flooring.
And you're talking paint.
Oh yeah.
So necessarily just making it
right.
Those two things are really making sure those look good.
And with paint, depending on the price point of what you plan to rent it for, and what the market of that area can sustain. Sometimes we'll go with just white, and it's white semi-gloss on everything, the trim, the walls, the bathrooms, which are, the bathrooms would be semi-gloss anyway, but like everything is in semi-gloss. And then when it comes time, you have to turn it. Semi-gloss you can clean.
So that would be more your lower end rentals?
That's going to be probably your lower end rentals. Then when you have something that's a little nicer, you're going a little higher end, and maybe you're even going to throw in some granite countertops, and things are going to start to look a little more fancy. You're going to do a two-tone paint. Now it's more expensive to get a two-tone paint. And so unless you're doing the painting yourself, a painter is definitely going to charge you a lot more. And these are the costs you have to pay attention to when you're designing and when you're putting that renovation together, so that, because what's the number one goal? To make money. So, and just as a go-to, if I had to pick two colors for you that go with everything, I haven't found anything that these two colors don't go with as far as flooring and carpets, and like if you put carpets in the bedroom, or if you take the vinyl all the way through, which by the way, vinyl all the way through is probably key, because we put carpet in with a zipper. People come in and they trash the carpet. You're constantly replacing carpet. So just in the last couple of years, since we've found such great vinyl flooring, we take it all the way through the bedrooms, and people actually love it. So anyway, back to my paint. Sherwin-Williams Creamy for all the trim, and Sherwin-Williams Practical Beige on the walls. Does it every time.
So those are some great design tips. I hope you take these into consideration when you're finding that next investment properties. Thank you so much, Cheryl, and thank you so much for watching our video blog today. We have our website down there below. You can find you a rental property today.